Hi there, welcome back. In the last video I said we'd have a look at the properties submenu of this cadastral menu. Now there's stuff in here, I have to say, makes me go all dreamy. It's just, this is a really powerful menu we're about to look at. One of the things we can see when we look at this map here is that the cadastral map is opaque, i.e. you can't see through it, and so you can't see the air photo underneath. So that's the sort of stuff we're going to deal with now. We're going to make it transparent, we're going to change the line weights, we're going to experiment a bit with patterns for this cadastral map and so forth. So let's go in it. Okay, we click on it with the right mouse button, we show the properties, and in we come. Okay, so you're presented with this dialog box here, and there's a whole bunch of stuff in here that's, you know, each one is almost a course in itself. This is the one that is just so powerful. It doesn't really apply to what we're doing now, or sorry, it can't apply to what we're doing now because the database with the cadastral map is not set up to allow it to apply. But this is the engine room of thematic mapping in Quantum GIS, and it's something that is really, it's a whole lesson in itself. Okay, we won't be talking about it today, but I'm just letting you know it's there, and it's really powerful, and it's as good in Quantum GIS as in any other commercial geographical information system. But for the moment, what we're going to do is we're going to come into this little menu here, click the change button, and we're going to change this, I don't know, what color would you call it, teal or aqua or some color like that. We're going to change this to be transparent. Okay, so at the moment what it shows up as is this opaque teal color, and we have the option to change the different styles. Now this is stuff I really want you to experiment with. I'm hoping that for homework you'll take an hour or so out of your day, and we'll just experiment with this, because it's really important that you get this under control. Well, it's not that important, but the more time you play with this, the more likely you are to get a handle on the Quantum GIS, the way it works with menus and so forth. There are so many options here. This is sort of like the cartographic sort of section, I suppose, is one way that you could put it. I want you to, for the moment, to stick to simple fill. You can go to pattern fill. Like here's the preview window here. There's the point pattern, centroid fill. Oh, I don't know. Line patterns. You know, you can change the color of that. You know, to have blue dashed lines. You can change the outline color to, you know, to be dashed. You know, you can do so much stuff, but let's stick to the simple fill for the moment. I want you to experiment with this. All right. Okay, so at the moment it's that teal color. We potentially could change it to blue, but what I want to do is, or we could change it to any other color. I actually want it to be no brush. Okay, so what no brush means is that this is going to be transparent. The other thing that I do, not necessarily for distribution to clients, although sometimes maybe, but when I'm working on screen, I find there's one color that really is so unlikely to conflict with any color in air photos and with other theme colors. And I use this very bright pink color, because I'm a bit blind too, as a border color. And I find that this just makes that map layer so much more obvious. Okay, we could change the border pattern to, you know, no pen as well, and the whole thing would be transparent. You wouldn't see it. Dotted line, so forth. I might make it a bit wider, and we'll click change, and here we go. Watch. Ah, look at that. Now The border colours, the border weight means that it's pretty difficult to see. So, but if I zoom in, I'm hoping I'm right, we can see pretty thick borders. Okay. So, if I go back to properties, I think that border's actually a bit thick. So we'll change it back to that. And we can see that it comes and shows us the property outlines. Now you're starting to understand, I think, the power of geographical information systems and quantum GIS. Now, this is the sort of functionality that a lot of local governments and a lot of government organisations use. Just simple cadastral mapping over the top of aerial photography. To me is just a visual query. What's really powerful, I suppose, is if you've got different versions of the photos, and that way you can tell that over time if somebody's been building illegally, they can't come in, for example, to front desk and say, oh no, that extra bit of the house has been there forever. Well, you just bring up a photo from 2 years before or something and you go, well, excuse me, mister, that hasn't been there forever. It's not in this earlier photo. And that's the sort of way that a lot of local governments use this simple information. But there's so much else that you can do with this. So let's go back in and we'll just do another quick little change to this. We could change the brush, for example, to be blue hashes or red hashes, pink hashes. Okay, I think you get the idea. Please experiment. Okay, come into here, right mouse click on the cadastral layer, on a vector layer, properties, and come in here and into this button here and just fiddle around a bit and play. Because that's what it's all about. Okay, that's me for now. Bye.